Hello. I hope that we're live now. So, as usual, I'm going to start doing the checks and making sure that everything is actually up and running. Let's go. I'm live now. Making sure that. So I'm just going to play some songs and see if you guys can hear it before I start like actually talking about stuff. So let me shut myself up and then we will be going from them. Everything is actually up and running. Let's go. I'm live now. Making sure that. Yeah, I realized that in the last stream we were really quiet as well. So I turned up the volume on OBS by quite a lot. So let me know if you can hear me fine. From what I can tell, you guys can hear me. But if it's too quiet, please let me know. I'm going to turn up the music a little bit as well. So not only can you hear myself, you can also hear the music. This Lenovo Vantage thing is really annoying, isn't it? Where is it coming from? Anyway, so yeah, I mean, welcome to the stream. If you're just tuning in, if you're not actually watching this live, you know, thank you for watching this in the future. And I've been away for really long. I've been away for about 3 weeks now. So the reason being is because I went to Brazil on a little holiday, and I also went to visit my family. So yeah, I stayed 3 weeks in there. I took the holiday for the first week, and then on the last 2 weeks I was actually working from Brazil. And then when I finished working, I was like visiting places, you know, visiting family, maybe traveling on the weekends, and you know that's kind of what I did. Peter, thank you, Peter. Thank you for tuning in. It's really good to see you again, man. Anyway, I kind of thought that some of the people that usually tune in might just like not tune in anymore after I've been away for so long. But it's glad. I'm really glad to see that you're here, man. Not so boring. Hey, man. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. It's really good to see you guys. I didn't actually think I'll have anyone watching today. I thought it was just going to be a weird little YouTube, a weird little live where I can just code and not say anything. But it's good to see you guys here. Yo, Rust's getting really popular. Glad to see you back. Hope vacation was good. Don't know if any programming jobs are safe anymore, especially with Google New AI. Ah man, you know, I think you shouldn't worry about that too much, because if I'm honest, you know, programmers will be here forever. We will be here forever. So yes, it's safe, and keep doing your thing, keep learning, keep doing your projects, and we'll be here for a long time. I have not actually taken a look at Google's new AI. It's got a funny name, doesn't it? Gemini, that's the one. Can we actually play with it? Yeah. Can we look at Gemini? It'll be interesting if I can actually compare it side by side. I'm glad you had a good vacation. Thank you, Peter. I did indeed, man. So this is by DeepMind. DeepMind is actually a really good company. It's quite old compared to some of the other AI companies. I think it's possibly the oldest one I know of, anyway. But anyway, can we actually look at it? Let me read the blog post. I'm gonna turn it up so you guys can read it with me. That Gemini is really impressive. Yeah, every technology shift is an opportunity to advance scientific discovery, accelerate human progress, and improve lives. I believe the transition we are seeing right now with AI will be the most profound in our lifetimes, far bigger than the shift to mobile or the web before it. AI has the potential to create opportunities from everyday to the extraordinary for people everywhere. It will bring new ways of innovation and economic progress and drive knowledge, learning, creativity, and productivity on a scale we haven't seen before. Yeah, I mean, I can see how this happens, how this vision kind of works. I'm not going to read the entire vision from the CEO. I want to see the actual kind of technical stuff, right? So let's look at the introduction here. AI has been the focus of many of my life's work, as for many research colleagues. Ever since programming AI computer games as a teenager, and throughout my years as a neuroscience researcher trying to understand the workings of the brain, I've always believed that that we could build smarter machines. We could harness them to benefit humanity in incredible ways. this guy, Dennis Hab, is the CEO and co-founder of DeepMind. He's a really smart guy, by the way. Really, really smart guy. I remember reading about him. That's kind of like the person I would personally aspire to kind of be like. He's a really good researcher. He's got many, many papers, many important papers out there. And of course, he's the head of the CEO of DeepMind. And if I'm not mistaken, he actually created the company, right? Yeah, he's a co-founder here. But yeah, I mean, that's one of the people I kind of, I wouldn't say trust, but kind of, you know, I know when he's saying something, he's not just saying bullshit. Because most of the CEOs and AI companies are kind of, you know, should really understand what it is, kind of thing. But all right, this is still not the performance. There you go. Being rigorous. Let's read the state of performance, the state of the art performance comparison. I guess they're going to compare it to GPT-4. There you go. Yeah, good. We've been rigorously testing our Gemini models and evaluating their performance on a wide variety of tasks, from natural image, audio, and video understanding to mathematical reasoning. Gemini's ultra performance exceeds the current state-of-the-art results on 30 of the 32 widely used academic benchmarks used in the language model LLM research and development. With a score of 90%, Gemini Ultra is the first model to outperform human experts on MMLU, Massive Multitask Language Understanding, which is a combination of 57 subjects such as maths, physics, history, law, medicine, and ethics for testing both world knowledge and problem-solving abilities. Our benchmark approach to MMLU enables Gemini to use its reasoning capabilities to think more carefully before answering difficult questions, leading to significant improvements over just using the first impression. This is cool. I don't know what these tests actually kind of comprise of. I mean, I'm not really a language model expert anyway, so that's not one of the things I studied. I kind of have a vague understanding of text processing and language modeling, but not in the level that this kind of analysis requires. But you know, I'm just gonna read the data here and kind of try and understand some of it. So general MMLU stuff, GPT-4 is 86.4% accurate, and Gemini is 90%. So there's an improvement of 4%, which is kind of like massive in the world of machine learning, I guess. Especially when you're talking about big data, things only improve like slightly the more data you add usually. So you can see that this method, whatever they're doing here, isn't just based on like feeding more data into it. As I said, it probably has some techniques that help the answers overall. And I kind of guess that this test, MMLU stuff, which what does it stand for again? Massive Multitask Language Understanding. I guess it will ask the model about, as I said here, mathematical questions. So things like, what is 10 plus 17, or what is maybe a little bit hard, like the integral of x squared between 10 and 54 or something like that. So questions like that in maths, and then maybe similar ones in science and language itself. So it's really good to have a 4% improvement. They have a video presentation. Oh, nice. Yeah, looking forward to reading that, to seeing that. Reasoning, big bench, hard, diverse set of challenging tasks requiring multi-step reasoning. So cool, this is cool. Not a massive improvement there, only like 0.5%. I will Google that right now, YouTube. Not so boring, but just let me read the, I'm just gonna finish reading this table here so we can get like a kind of like an understanding of how how good it actually is. Drop, reading comprehension. So I guess big bench hard, where it says it's a set of challenging tasks requiring multi-step reasoning. It's kind of questions like, sort of like simple interview questions you'd get in a job, where like, if you have a boat and there's a wolf on the other side of the river and you have to cross the sheeps, what's like the least amount of trips you can make without leaving like each ship with each sheep or chicken with the wolf kind of question. I've gotten that question so many times I don't even know anyway how it's set out. I can't remember, but I guess it would be that sort of stuff, right? Yeah, and 0.5 is good, not too bad. Reading comprehension 82.4 over 80.9 on GPT-4. That's really good. Hella swag. Common sense reasoning for everyday tasks. I don't know what this 10-shot star thing is, but you know. Well, in this case, GPT-4 is much better. It's nearly 10%. That's cool. It's like 8 point something percent difference. And in maths, we've got basic arithmetic, a 2.2% increase, challenging math problems including algebra and geometry, pre-calculus and others. I guess that's what I was talking about earlier, and this is maybe a little bit more basic. This will be like 3 plus 5 and what's 3 plus 5 kind of thing, and this is actually like what's the integral of this over this field or something like that. Yeah, there is a 0.3 improvement here. It's not a massive improvement, you see. Human evaluation, Python code generation, yeah, much better. So natural to code, Python code generation, new held out dataset, human eval like. Yeah, there is a massive improvement on, I can see here on the Python code generation, right? So it kind of implies that this is actually much better than GPT-4 for generating working code, right? And it's not just like a 0.5%. This is what? There's a 7.4% improvement, so it's big. It's really big. Let's YouTube it now that we've got a basic understanding. So yeah, it may seem a lot better, which it is, simply because the general tasks here, like there is a like 3.6% improvement, which is quite big. And for us, like people like me and you watching this stream, coders, we're interested in generating code, right? So there is a massive improvement in code generation as well from their sort of like table here, right? Now let's look at the video. Gemini Google. This is me reacting to it for the first time. Of course, Fireship has already made a video about it. Right. Can we actually play with it yet? Does anyone have a link to it?
You know, one of the reasons we got interested in AI from the very beginning is that we always viewed our mission as a timeless mission. It's to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. But as information has grown in scale and complexity, you know, the problem has gotten harder. So we always knew we needed to have a deeper breakthrough to make progress.
I've worked on AI my whole life because I've always felt it would be the most beneficial and consequential technology for humanity. Human beings in our society would have 5 senses, and the world we've built and the media we consume is in those different modalities. So I'm super proud and excited to announce the launch of the Gemini Era, a first step towards a truly universal AI model.
The Gemini approach to multimodality.
Did they actually go into the specifics here? Or are we just gonna
all
see
the kinds of things you want an artificial intelligence system to be able to do. And these are capabilities that haven't really existed in computers before.
Traditionally, multimodal model.
Yeah, I mean, cool. This is not the hands-on video, is it? There you go. It's a better one. I'm just gonna skip parts of it because I'm
here we go.
just interested in seeing how it actually performs.
See what you see.
I see you placing a piece of paper on the table. I see a squiggly line.
What about now?
The contour lines are smooth and flowing, with no sharp angles or jagged edges. It looks like a bird to me.
What if I add this?
The bird is swimming in the water. It has a long neck and beak. It is a duck.
Yes.
A duck is a type of waterfowl in the family Anatidae. Ducks are closely related to geese and swans. The duck appears to be blue. This is not a common color for ducks. However, there are some breeds of blue ducks. These are typically not as common as other duck breeds. It is more common for ducks to be brown, black, or white.
Are you sure?
What the quack? I was just talking about a blue duck, and now you're holding one. It looks like...
That's pretty good how it recognizes like what you're drawing and stuff. It's not the first sort of like model to do this. There are other models that do the same thing, by the way. But
blue ducks are more common than I thought.
Would this...
So Gemini isn't just a text model. It seems to be it seems to have image stuff integrated to it as well. So computer vision models,
float
which is cool.
I'm not sure what material it's made of.
language and give me a few options. Ooh, can you explain how to
That's
pronounce
pretty
the
cool.
Mandarin one? Is it Yazi?
Yazi.
Is pronounced with a first tone.
It's real time.
In
That's-
Mandarin,
that's really
there are 4
interesting.
tones, which are essential to distinguish the meaning of words. The first
For this to be real time and this fast, it's very impressive. Like, is this actually what we're gonna get as customers, or just people using it, or are we gonna have like a bigger wait time? Because it is, you know, it's a massive sort of like task to provide this to 100 million people out there in a way that it just behaves in real time, like it is here. I guess this is obviously running inside the Google Labs, so it's quite fast. But I want to see what it looks like when people actually
tone
use
is
it.
a high-level tone.
Oh, okay.
Because as you know, GPT-4 is good, but at the very start of it, you can remember that it was very slow. Especially if there was a lot of people using it, you wouldn't be able to use it. So I want to see what this is like in terms of scalability.
The duck is in the middle of the ocean. There is no land nearby for the duck to rest or find food.
Come up with a game idea. Oh, and use emojis, please.
How about this? We can play a game called Guess the Country.
Sure, let's do it.
Clue 1. This country is the home of the kangaroo, the koala, and the Great Barrier Reef.
Oh,
That's
that's
really
easy.
interesting.
Clue 2. This country loves football and has won the most men's World Cups in football history. You are trying to get me to find the paper ball under the cup. I know what you're doing. You're playing rock, paper, scissors.
What do you see now?
The fingers are spread out to look like the wings of a butterfly.
That's really cool. That's really cool.
And flat.
There you
What if you just show your middle finger? What if you show some swear stuff? Does he actually know that as well?
Fly.
What's this?
Big ear and barking mouth. The orange is a healthier choice than the cookie. Citrus can be calming, and so can the spin of the fidget toy. They are both examples of popular toys that have been enjoyed by children and adults alike for many years.
This is really cool. Really, really cool. Text generation?
How about a dragon fruit? Or how about a green cake with a pink heart?
Okay, how about these colors? And maybe show me some animals.
Okay, now I see blue and pink yarn. How about a pig with blue ears? Or an octopus? Or a
Yeah, this seems really good. And I see that this is going to keep going forever and ever. This seems really good. It seems really sort of feature complete compared to the GPT-4. I think GPT-4 just recently added image generation, for example. Obviously they've done it first, but this seems to have everything in it. So it seems to have like a video feed as well. I'm not sure if you can do that with GPT-4, but it's really, really good. I want to see when we're going to be able to use this, because I'm pretty sure it's probably not out. Yeah, is it? Availability, let's look at it. Making Gemini available to the world. Gemini is now rolling out across a range of products and platforms. We're bringing Gemini to billions of people through Google products. Starting today, Bard will use a fine-tuned version of Gemini Pro for more advanced reasoning, planning, understanding, and more. This is the biggest upgrade to Bard since it launched. It will be available in English in more than 170 countries and territories, and we plan to expand different modalities. We're bringing Gemini to Pixel, the first smartphone engineered to run Gemini Nano, which is powering new features like summarize in the Recorder app and rolling out Smart Reply in Gboard, starting with WhatsApp, with more messaging apps coming next year. So this is good. They seem to have like different flavors of this model. So I guess that, you know, the Pixel 8 Pro has some sort of like NPU that runs the Gemini model in it. So obviously you're not going to be seeing things like real time like video chatting like you see here, because this is not going to run on a mobile phone. I just tell you that. From the time I kind of worked with Microsoft and we had to do simple things like correcting the gaze of the eyes or something like that, that was already like a massive model. So doing all of that plus more is just not going to run on a mobile phone. Just not going to do it. So I guess, you know, yeah, as I said, it's cool that they have different flavors of the model, especially like smaller ones to run on phones. This is really interesting. But I want to see when we're going to be able to use the big one, you know, the one we're seeing here, which is like Google's response to, I guess, GPT-4, right? So yeah, they don't really say clearly when, and they just say that they're going to be rolling out, which is cool. It's not bad. But anyway, it's good to react to this kind of stuff. But now, you know, let's do some Rust, shall we? Let's chat a little bit, if you guys are still here, obviously. I don't remember what I was doing last time, you see. All I remember was that I had a half-working kind of a web crawler in Rust, and I had broken something. I can't remember what. So yeah, let's try and see if we can fix that kind of stuff. Use by range. What exactly is this? Oh, this is the benchmark stuff. Okay, cool. Yeah, I've turned up my Raspberry Pi, which is where I'm going to be like running all the code. So we're just going to be connecting to the host here. Raspberry Pi, the local. Hopefully it should connect. There you go. And with a bit of luck, we're already going to be in the web crawler directory. So what have you guys been up to? I mean, it's been 3 weeks for me. Obviously, I've been kind of working and enjoying my holidays at the same time. What have you guys been doing? Have you been coding? Have you been just studying? I think Peter, right? You say that you were studying in the university or something. How is the university going, dude? Have you got any exams? Any end of year exams or something like that? Rusty crawler there. Let's begin playing the music again. Me working on my second collaborative project on Shell. Nice, dude. Yeah, I did a few of those, the collab projects. It's nice and all until one person doesn't want to work, then you have to do that work for them. And yes, having exam in January. Yeah, good luck, dude. Good luck. I'm sure you're gonna ace them, right? You seem like someone who's very studious and, you know, is quite good at what you do. So I've been getting bored. Made a few videos checking out AI stuff. Cool, dude. Yeah, link it here. If you link it here, I can watch it on the stream. And hopefully, you know, if you do it in just the right time, there'll be more people watching, so you get a few more views as well. Right. So yeah, I'd like to update Zshell. Why not? Yeah, it's been a while since I've touched this stuff, by the way. So let's just pull everything first. I'm hoping that you guys can see all the code and you can see all the stuff just fine. Yeah, this is what we had last time. So a crawler that just saves this entire stuff to a JSON file. However, the images stuff stopped working, so we're no longer seeing the images, and we're also no longer seeing, still not seeing the children and the parents, right? So that's something we have to fix. Check now AI stuff. My videos are not AI related. Made a video about saving on heating bills and about retro gaming. That's cool, dude. I mean, they don't have to be AI related for me to watch them, by the way. I like retro gaming as well, so I can react to those in the stream. But I'm a massive fan of retro gaming, actually. So what kind of retro gaming are you into? I have a few old consoles, and I also play with my Raspberry Pi quite a lot to like download retro games, and I actively play them when I'm on breaks and stuff. So okay, yeah. So let's try and use this. I can't remember exactly how we use this, but if we do a Calibre build, Quake and MAME, but I'll just do okay. Yeah, I'm not a massive Quake player. I have played it before. However, MAME I'm a big fan of. My dad really likes MAME because it has all the old arcade games that he used to play back in the day. Well, so that emulator, but it's really difficult finding some of the BIOS, isn't it? That's how I found it anyway. I found it very difficult finding some of the BIOS for certain games that he wants to play. So sometimes we get games that kind of work on MAME, but the audio is not quite right, and then some of the levels kind of glitch out. But yeah, it's difficult to find a good ROM and a good the BIOS for the ROMs as well. So we've got Rusty Corolla. Let's see if it's actually still working. Oh, maybe not. It is adding some links. Okay, yeah. I mean, it still works. I mean, obviously, I don't expect it not to work. Because, as I said, we haven't changed anything. Let's beautify the JSON, keep. This is kind of what we get. So let's do something, right? See if we can fix the images. The images were working until, you know, until I made some changes. So that's the first thing we can change in the web crawler. Let's see if I can find out what that is. As I said, you know, I've forgotten most of the code here, so these songs, they feel kind of like they're not completely DCMA free. For example, this one is that popular game I'm not going to say the name of because it might actually give me a copyright strike. Without it, I used to spend all my pocket money on games. I got MAME games and BIOS, etc. I can send including preview videos for front end. What I would like is to see videos directly. See the videos directly in MAME without a new front end, but I am not as good at coding or modifying MAME for that. Yeah, that's, you know, emulators are quite difficult to modify, and MAME doesn't really have a front end. That's why we kind of use things like RetroPie, was it Bottasera, and all of the other, you know, really popular front ends out there, like RetroArch. Really, anything with RetroArch is a good front end. But it's not too difficult though. If you look at the MAME source code on GitHub, you know, it is worth spending maybe like a couple of months, like looking into the source code, understanding how things work, because at the end of the day, it is C++, as you can see here, and there are many people working on this project with you. So I'm sure there will be like a Discord or a forum where you can post questions, and you know, you can create your sort of like own lightweight front end, kind of like just so you can run MAME on its own on machines, if that's what you mean. I don't think that'll be very difficult. You are going to be messing up with like OpenGL, SDL, or something like that. But yeah, it shouldn't be too difficult. Now, if you're implementing or developing the emulator itself, like the hardware abstractions, that's when it becomes really difficult. That's when it becomes really difficult. I remember trying to write an emulator for 65K. So and then even on that processor, which has like maybe like 20 instructions or something overall, it's still really difficult, just because you have to emulate every sort of like edge case for the hardware, and you know, you have to basically understand the hardware inside out. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, you know, at least try to build the project, try to build it, and then that's one of one of the biggest steps actually done, if you can build it on your machine. Got videos for all games. Would be nice to play preview video. It does display game snapshot. Yeah, it does. So I use going out of the code too much. I use RetroPie on my Raspberry Pi. I've got Raspberry Pi 4 that's running the RetroArch front end, RetroPie that is, and that has a scraper. You know, whatever games you've got in all of your platforms, you will look at websites and then download the images and previews and make them play automatically when you scroll down. So that's a really good thing you could do as well. But yeah, it eliminates the need for front end. Yeah, indeed it does. But anyway. So, okay, link graph. What is the link graph? Let me know if you want my complete MAME. Dude, if you're going to share it with me, I'm happy to take a look at it. My dad would love it. Obviously, you can't share it here on stream because it's kind of illegal to share that link, but you know, hit me up on Discord. Do you actually own any of the games as well, or are they all ROMs kind of thing? Well, you can't really own the ROMs, right? You have to own the machine, I guess, but you know, you get the gist. Okay, analyze the performance when we have all these locks dropped multiple times until we find the benchmark measure. Okay, so that's what we had before. Link queue is the crawler state. What's the crawler state? That's the biggest kind of. I'm gonna upload them all, thousands of games, tens of gigabytes to share with you. Dude, that sounds really good. And videos, nice. Yeah, I think altogether my retro box, which is the Raspberry Pi, has about 100 gigabytes of games. But that, you know, I've got like all the games for Super NES, all the games for Nintendo, all the games for Atari. But yeah, MAME ones are quite chunky, aren't they? I worked a lot to have it completed. That's good, man. Hit me up on Discord, man. I am definitely interested in having that. So I've got crawler state. What's crawler state? It's the link graph, link queue, and the link graph. Yeah, I remember making changes to this. So we've got a link here, and each link has a set of images, right? Yeah. So our problem is that we're probably not populating the links for every sort of URL that we visit. So let's take a look at that, because I'm pretty sure that's probably the problem. so yeah, and images, I think, yeah, you see they stopped working, so that's the issue. I want to get this back to downloading the images again, so that's what we're gonna do. Why would I upload that? Tens of thousands of thousands. I have no idea, man. I have absolutely no idea. Yeah, I guess, you know, that's kind of the point of torrenting, but like, you need more people to also own those files so you can like peer-to-peer. Otherwise, you know, you're gonna be, if I'm downloading directly from your computer, I'm gonna take all of your bandwidth, and you don't want that. I do remember like websites like, you know, Easy Share back in the day for share, like Mega Upload and stuff. They've all gone now, haven't they? I mean, rightly so, I guess, because there's a lot of like piracy on those, but yeah. I got fiber 1 gigabyte. That's, me too. So, you know, I could probably download all of it in like an hour if you're willing to share that at some point. So yeah, I've got the image. We have the crawler. Crawler.rs. This is where the crawling code is, right? So we've got the get images here for a URL. And where do we actually call this? We call it here. So the images are here. Oh yeah, I added something like the scrape options, right? So is that because I'm not actually, where are my options? Scrape page. Yeah, I'm saying that I want images and titles. So that code is running. The images code should be running, at least. Do you know when you haven't looked at your code for kind of like 2 or 3 weeks and you have no idea what you've written? Well, luckily this is a very small project, so I can still find my way around it. Like if I'm at work and I look at code that I wrote when I started, for example, I just kind of want to die sometimes, you know? Like I just kind of look at it and think like, who wrote this absolutely disgusting piece of code? And then it ends up being me. It ends up being me. So, but this project is small enough so it's not actually at that stage yet. So, Yeah, there you go. So get images should run here for each option. Let's see what happens for like one link, shall we? If I'm not mistaken, we can run and debug. Let me do one thing. No, let's not update this. By the way, can you guys hear me all right? Like, in the past streams, it was really quiet, but I've turned up the volume a little bit, so you guys can hopefully hear me much better. So yeah. Now, I was wondering if I have a debug file, and I don't, so let's create one. Creating the torrent. Dude, nice. You're gonna have to send that to me over Discord, by the way, because you can't post links here. YouTube will not let me. That's not me. That's YouTube. Sorry, yeah, YouTube will not let you. So, okay, so let's try and debug with a JSON file. Anyway, launch configurations for this project. Yeah, why not? Okay, so we have launch configurations, hopefully. What we can do is debug executable Rusty crawler. Yes, we have that. And then args. What is this? Okay, so does that work? Following required. Yeah, okay, so that seems to work. Let's add some of the stuff here. So I guess this cargo option here is to kind of set the flags for building it if he needs to. But yeah, let's add all of these, I guess, right? All of these. Starting URL. Max links equals this. Okay, let's see if it's gonna work now, shall we? Okay, yeah, that works. That works fine. But our breakpoint is not being hit, which is kind of unlucky, and this song it's kind of annoying me, so I'm gonna skip it. Yeah, on crawler we had a breakpoint here, so that's not being hit. Why not? Why not? Why not? Request launch. Is it running in fucking release? No, it's running in debug, right? Package Rusty crawler. I want to see if it's hitting the breakpoint. I don't understand why it's not. There was something wrong with with LLDB, so I closed it. Let's open Visual Studio Code again. It does take a while for this stuff to actually work, I guess, right? Finally. So we have a launch.json now. Good. Didn't have that before. Now, is this running on debug by default? Because I have no idea. So, finished dev. Okay. Finally. Yeah, there was something wrong with the LLDB server. So let's just close it, I guess. But yeah, I mean, let's see what happens to links. We have... Let's let that happen here. So on the terminal, what do we have? Links visited, links in the queue, 0. Okay. So that's fine. That's because we stopped the crawler and then it got a kind of timeout response, right? Let's just rerun it. Not a problem. Okay. Now we have 50 links in the queue, so we are now visiting which URL? Margomez page 2. As you guys know, that's your favorite website, hopefully. For each option, we're going to match the option. We're going to get the images, right? Yeah, I want to see why we don't get this here. So images for this link, we do have 0. Images again, we have 0 there. Is it always 0, no matter what? They are always 0 for some reason. Always 0. So this should be the issue, right? Get images. It's probably the issue. Like it returns a vector of image. Am I actually returning that result? Fail to join URL. Let's take a look at this. Okay, now there's one here. There's definitely one here. Found a GIF. So what happens when you return that? Yeah, they always seem to be 0. They always seem to be 0 here. Oh no, they weren't. See, this link has 0 images. Which link is this? Ah, this is wrong though, because this definitely has images in it. This 100% has images in it. If I visit this link, you'll be able to see it. I remember because I wrote this website. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it does not have any images in it, and I was actually wrong. Yeah, there's no images in it. Interesting. And for some reason, this comment is here, this comment box, and it should be the new one. The new one meaning this Discord. Not Discord, what's it called? Discuss. Anyway, yeah, that in that case, this is actually right. So which one is this link? Installing Anaconda on Windows should definitely have images in it. Links and images, there you go. So if I step out of this, so scrape output here, is okay in this case, right? You see here we have links and we have images too here. We have 2 images and they are present. Turn all links into absolute links. Okay, so we have 0 images in this. Okay, found 0 links. Yeah, I'm just wondering if none of these links actually have images in there, which is kind of bad, really. What even is this? This is a monthly link. Cool. Why is it they all show like 0 links here? Let's try again. I'm not satisfied. I still don't know why the links aren't working, but we're getting there. We are getting there. As far as I know, we get, it visits a link and then it gets all the hrefs from it, and it does get the images and it passes them down. But maybe there's somewhere we're missing, where we are kind of like missing the link for the images, in the sense that we're not like passing down the images as well. But yeah. Okay. So what is output? Scrape output in this case. See? So the URL mattgomez.com actually has a scrape output with no images, by the way, of links 56. This is kind of wrong, I feel, right? Kind of wrong, because if we actually look at my website, we will be able to see that I have at least one image. Oh, at least one image right here, right? Or is this not? Yeah, this is not an image per se. Okay, cool. Well, oh well. Yeah, this is a CSS image on the back. So I guess this is right, and I'm wrong. Okay. So scrape output here again. Which link is this? This is page 2. No links, and that's fine. There is one image on which page? On ctest to add CPP tests. Okay, that's an article, so it should be at least one image there. So we can see it here, and it will get passed down here, right? One image. And if we step out, what happens? So the scraper output is that one. So we have that image there. Link Q Tokyo. We acquire the lock for the queue, so we can add more links to it and then visit them later. That's what we're doing here. I hate when Rust does this. Jesus Christ. There's like 50 threads running. They're all timing out now. Nice. I guess we should see it here, right? Which was this crawl state. Let me rerun this because the images are getting passed from the function that we were just looking at. Right. Okay, am I ever gonna get something with an image? Okay, this. Oh gosh. So this URL doesn't have any links in it. URL string. What is it? Yeah. That is quite right. Where's the timeout? I'm going to change the timeout so it's easier to debug because I'm trying to hit a link that's not going to time out and I'm having some issues. Yeah, for your information, every sort of request to make to a link or a website, there is a link request timeout in seconds, and at the moment it's 2. So maybe I should change this to 20 just for the sake of debugging, right? This is quickly turning into a debug freaking live. I was hoping to get at least something done today, but you know, you guys are probably used to it by now. There are days we achieve a lot and there are days we don't really do anything because we get stuck, and this might be some of those days, and that's fine. I mean, and that is absolutely fine. Okay. Use GPT to debug. Unfortunately, this is too complex for GPT. If it was like a one file kind of thing, then yeah, I could copy and paste it, but I kind of doubt that GPT is going to be able to debug this. Maybe Gemini will, right? Maybe Gemini will. Yeah, so the links aren't kind of timing out so much now, but some of them still do time out. You experts use GPT to debug, then I'm safe. Yeah, man. I think at this point everyone's using GPT to at least get some like basic code working. I mean, I have, people at work have. My friends have as well, you know. It's just, there you go, finally. Something that has at least two images in it. Okay, cool. No. I hate this so much. I just hate this so much. The multi-threading of this is not letting me debug because every time I put a breakpoint, I step forward And it turns out the breakpoint on the other thread has also hit the same point. So it's just making my head like blow up here. What I'm going to do is, to make this even simpler, I'm going to remove the number of workers from 4 to whatever. What is it? Number of workers. And worker threads. There you go. So that's what I'm going to do. That's one of the things in Rust, like I hate debugging it because if you're using Tokyo, it's really, really difficult to debug multi-threaded applications. Gemini will be like the buddy, always watching you. I mean, yeah, Peter, I wish I was an expert. I'm dumb as that. I'm sure you're not. Not so boring. I'm sure you're not, dude. Yeah, let's add it here. And worker threads. Instead of 5, I'm gonna add like 1. And we can run this again. Now we should truly only have 1 thread, right? Truly. But I don't know. It's a single threaded application, huh? Without GPT, I would only be able to type a few characters, but GPT, yeah, that's the gist, right? That's, I mean, just make sure they use that to learn as well, so you can use it without GPT in the future. But GPT isn't too bad for you to actually learn how to program something. It's definitely a useful, like, assistant, I guess, right? So it's basically a mentor that you don't pay anything for, so it's really good. Why am I getting no images at all now? Right, I'm tired of this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just get the first one here. There is an image. There's at least 1 image here. There's 2 images. So I'm going to set that as my kind of like first link. Alright. So let me see now. Let me see if it's actually going to mess up. There you go, 2 images. Hell yeah. Still got the same image. Okay, so we got the link graph here. We'll link for each link in the links, which is quite a lot of this. Check if we already have this link in the map. If not, add to the queue. So if link is not already visited, we add it to the, yeah, cool. I'm fine with this. This is fine. Oh yeah, no, let's run it here. No, we don't care about that anymore. Peter, wow. Then this at this juncture, let me start clapping myself because I'm not the only GPT thief. Yeah. Nah, don't worry about that. I think everyone kind of steals code from GPT. Link graph the update. What does that do? Oh yeah, I added this, didn't I? So yeah, the problem is probably here. So okay, let's run this again. Let's run this again. Okay. So the URL is of course the one I. Which one is it? Thread pool queues, okay. Maybe parents ID is none. Valid children, we also got none here. Self.force get link. What does that do? Force get link ID. So this function will retrieve a valid link ID if URL is already contained within the links map. Otherwise, it will create a new link. Yeah, I remember this. I remember writing this. So this inserts it in the kind of link ID or whatever. This is very complicated code. I don't know why I wrote this, but yeah. Create a link in the link IDs. Not so boring, Peter. Nah, man, everyone is on a train expert. It won't be long until we are completely replaced by GPT. Even the experts. Desperate to hire anyone about from. Oh no, dude. I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon. By the way, I don't think we're gonna get replaced by GPTs anytime soon. It's still, you know, although it looks very complex, and the answers they sometimes give you are very, very good. But anything more, especially in coding, anything more complex than doing like a simple game or something like that, it kind of tends to fall off. So yeah, and there's also the question of legality, right? So most companies don't want their employees using ChatGPT because they don't know the legality of the code that it produces. Like, it's probably copied from somewhere else, and if it did copy from somewhere else, if GPT basically copied and pasted the code from somewhere else, is it an open source project that you're allowed to use? What's the license of that project? So, you know, there's a bunch of factors that kind of stop companies from just firing everyone and just using GPT. Plus, you know, if you're using GPT to create something, you have to know what you're doing. Not everyone can create a complete program with ChatGPT, because you're going to run into a problem at some point and you're going to have to debug it yourself. I can see it now. Google offering the coder package. When a program pay a subscription. Yeah. I mean, yeah, for simple things, you know, that will happen. There's you know, no stopping to that, I think. But what is the link? Let's get link ID. Link graph, so links to. See, I do have images there, so that update did work. Yes, the images are working fine. Let's make this even easier, shall we? Let's make the maximum links 1. So it just visits 1 link. Have you guys remembered to drink water today? Where's my main now? So I've got that in there and this in here. Crawler state, clone, tax, spawn. My images are shown now. Crawler state, the link graph. And we do have links, and one of these links, oh, we have 2 links actually. Ooh. Interested. They have 2 images there. Okay, so So you see here for one of the links, becoming a cook might be a safer job. Yeah, I mean, GPT will never cook your food, will it? So thread pools, children, parents, images. The images are here. We can see them. And another image. So convert to images is the issue, right? There you go. So we do have it. We do have each image right here. Downloading the images. Oh, interesting. What? That was quick. Did you download anything? Oh yeah, it did. I'm so very confused. So this is working. This is working fine. Or is it? Okay, so does the database work for the images? Beautify JSON. Keep. So the images do get downloaded now. I don't know what I've done, but they're working again. However, are the links getting posted with the images? Because I'm very confused. I am very confused indeed. Wow, this is so weird. Why is it changing the contents of my JSON file? I'm gonna have to use a Beautify Online. That Beautify extension of the VS Code is broken. There you go. So link 0, ID 0. This is what we had. Images, we have 2. I don't understand why this is not working. Why this wasn't working before. Have I changed anything? Post to crawler. Get status. I have changed the crawler here. What did I change? I guess I changed the timeout. Maybe that was a timeout issue. Let's test that theory. Let's test that theory. Shall we? So we had 2 seconds here, right? Maybe 2 seconds was too long for it to get an image. I don't know. But if we run this, okay, so links, link found here, 0 link, and the images are there. Complete themes offer. Maybe we didn't visit that one, I guess. But yeah, I mean, it found images, which is good, and we found the titles as well. And in my links, if I beautify it, for some reason, it changed the content. And I'm really annoyed at that. Really annoyed at that. But yeah, we can see all the images that I found. Some from the articles. You know. And we have the database of the actual images here, which is cool. Nice. If I run this with more links, is that the issue? So is it if I run this with, say, 100 links and 5 worker threads, was that the issue? Would that be the issue? Yeah, it's finding some links now. And it downloaded a bunch more. So the images are back to working. Somehow. So we fixed it. We fixed it somehow. I have no idea. We can see the links.json here. This is the actual JSON itself. Why does it do this? This beautified JSON library, it's absolutely broken. Let's change this. Beautify JSON. Like uninstall. This is just trash. Trash, trash, trash. What's the next best one? JSON tool seems to be the next best one. Let's open links.json and then no. Why is it doing this? Can you guys see this? Look, I've got all this content, and as soon as I beautify the JSON, it kind of messes it up. What if I just parse it? JSON, minify JSON, pretty JSON. There you go, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go. So this one has images. Amazing. Do I see more images? Images 0. Page 2 has 0. Oh, okay. This should have a few images. There you go. So we found the images. And we have titles as well. We need to skip the titles because these are kind of shit. Be the first to comment, being one of the titles here. There's a new line, a T and a T, a tab and a tab. Interesting. Now let's see if we can actually like get one of these parents and children to work, shall we? For some reason, it's not getting the parent and the child properly. I would like to get that working. So for example, I have like my ID 0 here. I want to have my like children as being whatever, like 1, 2, and so on and so forth, right? Because ideally these two will be coming, like these two links here will be coming from the first one. So those IDs 1 and 2 should appear as my children here, just so I can set like a link to, so I can get like the path to each link. That would be very interesting. So yeah, let's go for it. Yeah, some of the stuff I wrote in the articles is cringe as hell, guys. I'll tell you that. I can see some of them here. But anyway, so that would be going inside the update. I guess there's a link graph here. And there is something to do with the valid children, right? We can also see the get parent ID here. Get parent. Links up, yeah. Yeah, let's see if what comes in here. Okay, so we have a parent request, but we don't know what the URL is, do we? Can we kind of like... So this URL has all these children. Okay, that's the first one. There's 27 links in the queue now. Cool. Maybe parent ID. What do we have? We have it as none, of course, is none. Link IDs, what do we have? What is link IDs? That's a hash to a string, from a string to a link ID. So we should have something. We have size 0. Okay, link IDs 0 still. Okay, link ID should be something now, right? No, it's still size 0. Ah, interesting. Interesting indeed. Ah, that's why. It's because link IDs isn't getting populated. I don't understand what this was supposed to be in the first place, but it seems like this is a hash from the link ID to a link, and this is a hash from the actual URL to the link ID, right? So you can go both ways. Okay. So when do I actually kind of say this is the links? There you go. Links visited. Do we call this ever? Links visited. Where's this coming from? Okay, so link graph right here. Data link ID is 0. Okay, so there is something broken. So we never say when we visited a link. Right? We never say that, and we should do. And that will be down here, I guess, right? So this is when we successfully visited the link, right? So we can do that here. I'm guessing that that's going to fix this. So if we do link graph, right? Or maybe not. Yeah, we need to do it inside this loop. That's fine. Yeah, let's, even if an error occurs, we can put in the link graph here. Link graph. The link is visited. What is this? What's link graph? It's a link graph. It's a read-write log. Okay. Is this mutable? Is this mutable? Yeah, it is. So link graph is that. Link IDs is not public, that's why. Let's just make them public. Link ID is what I want, right? Dot insert or something. We've got the key and the value. The key has to be, if I'm not mistaken, the URL itself of the link, right? So is the URL of the link available to us? Yes, it is, and it has to be a string. So is the URL string that I care about here. So URL dot to a string, right? That should do. And the value is the link itself here. So scrape output. What is that? Let's see. I see what the issue is. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't put that in here. We shouldn't botch it in there. Maybe updating the link ID should actually go into the update function, and we can simply remove all of this in here. We don't have to expose them, but once we have successfully updated the link, we can do self dot link IDs dot insert, right? Problem is this self mutable? It is mutable. Insert key. So the key will be the URL itself, so the URL string, and the value is the link .id, right? That's all. I think that's what we had missing. So let's see if we can get something working now. I'm gonna borrow self link IDs as mutable more than once at a time. First mutable borrow happens here. Oh, oh no, oh no. Yeah. We borrowed it once before, and now we can't borrow it again. Oh, this is a pain, isn't it? It's a pain because it's a Rust borrow checker thing that I always cry when I see. Borrow later here. There are no fixes for this, of course. No quick fixes. But why? What's the issue here? The issue is that I'm using self to change this link graph, which refers to, self refers to a link graph. And I'm changing it here. And I can't change it again here because Rust doesn't like that, even though it's valid in this case. So yeah. Once again, I'm searching for cannot borrow as mutable more than once. I love seeing this Stack Overflow. I've seen him more than 50 times now. Someone who works with Rust every day, I should have memorized this kind of stuff. Like I know what the issue is. I just don't know like an easy way to fix it. I want to borrow it twice. I want to borrow it twice. Turn on an immutable reference with the same lifetime causes the mutable borrow to exist as long as the return reference does. So that the issue is I have a reference to a link here, right? So what I could do is I could drop link, maybe. And then we're fine now. Okay, good. But then I don't have the link ID anymore. But that's fine because I can do a let link ID be equals to my link .id. Right? And then there you go. Good, perfect. Drop link. Customer drop a reference instead of an owned does nothing. Use let to ignore the expression. I see. So force get link ID. Yeah, I mean, this is probably a sign of bad Rust, really. Like, if my fix to the double borrow would be simply to drop the object, right? It would be simple to drop that object and try to keep like a clone of the data that I need. Kind of tells me that this is bad Rust, because right, what I should be doing instead is writing the kind of like self.links stuff right inside here. Of course, get IDs. Okay, so when we have this link ID, what we want to do is we want to do a self.link IDs.insert right here, and then we want the key and the value. So URL, we do have that. So URL.toString, and then the link. This will be the this link ID or something. No, this is much better, Rust. It actually makes sense because, you know, I should be saying that I visited the link once I've added it to the hash of kind of like links to link IDs, right? So that is much better indeed. Okay, now if we run this, does it do something useful? That's my question. Let's see if we're actually lucky to have fixed that bug in our software. I just kind of want to run this until it stops, so let's take a look at that. Oh, we're still getting up to like a lot of links in the queue. Well, shall we look at the result though? We'll take a look at the queue later. Did not download the image. Okay, so we have images, hopefully still. Yeah, we do still have images. And we're growing and growing this directory. That's fine for now. Links.json. Okay, so if you look at JSON, pretty JSON or something. Pretty JSON, there you go. Okay, so children. They're still not working. Yeah, the children are still. Oh, there you go. So children are working now. The parents are not though, but the children are. The children are working indeed. Is it because I'm actually not updating the parents? I don't know, but we know. What I can tell is that we can find link 3, 3, and 10, and 1 inside my executable. In other words, I find if I go into the this cmake add executable, I'm going to find link 3. What is link 3? You may ask. Well, link 3 is margomez.com, and I find it twice. I find it once here. I don't know what the other. There you go. Once and twice here. Okay, so that kind of makes sense. Obviously, I find a lot more links that I haven't yet visited, but you know. We are missing some. I guess when you get to the end, yeah, you may find that it works a little bit better. Oh, some of these pages have a lot of images. Jesus. There you go. So you start finding more links as you get down to the page because, you know, other links have already been visited and so on. So yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there indeed. So before we finish the stream, let's see if we can get the parents working now, shall we? So the parents should be updated whenever you visit a link that has a link to the... Well, when you visit a link and the link where you came from has already been visited, right? Now, it's a little bit difficult to actually do this here because I'm not actually passing down the link of the parent, in other words, where we came from. Unless I made a subtle change in my crawling function, because you see I have a queue to crawl, right? I definitely have a queue somewhere. Is it a main? Yeah, it is a link queue here. This is the queue where I store all the links to be visited, right? And it's simply a vec deck of strings, but ideally, what I could be doing here is I could be storing all the links in a kind of like structure where it has, you know, the links to be visited or the link to be visited and the previous link where it came from. So that should be a fairly easy change, right? Fairly easy change. Before we do that, let's clear some of the code. Clear some of the code. In essence, like just the comments. Check if we already have this link in the map. If not, add to the visited queue. Okay. I would like to see if this ever happens though. Okay. I want to see if this check here is actually working. That's why I'm adding this. So basically this check is here to make sure that we don't add the same link twice, right? We don't add the same link twice to be visited. So yeah. Let's check it. I'm going to delete my directory here. Still compiling my Rust application. You know, once you guys start spending a lot of time in front of the computer, you're probably going to need to get one of these, which is a wrist support. And that happens mainly when you're dumb and you can't stand, you can't sit on a chair properly and you have very bad posture. And you also have a very bad sort of grip on your hand with your keyboard and you mess up your wrist. So yeah. So downloaded images, cool. Did we see those logs though? That's what I wonder. I did not. So let's run it again. I'm looking for the message link already visited. Did not work. I tried a few times to create the torrent. The client crashes for various reasons. Too many files, I guess. No worries, man. If you do ever manage to do it, just hit me up on Discord, and I'll surely take a look at it. I'm also a big fan of old games. Yeah. So this link visited thing isn't actually working. So. What I could do, I guess I could put it here, right? If this ever happens. Okay, so it does happen every now and then. I just don't have the debug logs. Okay, that's probably my bad. That's probably because I don't have envs here, right? Env, and then something like Rust log info or something, or debug. Let's try it again. Sorry, it tells about the movement in Brazil. I mean, yeah, a lot of like European guys kind of go to Brazil, I guess, because people seem to love Europeans now. So, if you're struggling to find a partner, I would recommend it, man. You've got a good passport, that's what I can say. That's the only thing I'll say now before I get cancelled. So, but yeah, food was nice. How are the people? The people are amazing. I mean, I'm kind of from there, right? So I really enjoy spending time there. And I've got family there. I've got cousins. I've got aunts. I've got everything you can kind of think about. All sorts of family now, and I try to see all of them. But I've got a big family, so I don't have all the time in the world to visit all of them, unfortunately. So, you know, in the 3 weeks time that I had, I only managed to see, you know, maybe half of my family. But, you know, the food is nice. Things are quite cheap if you're going. You got a good passport. Yeah, man, you do. I'm not sure where you're from, but I'm guessing you're from Europe somewhere, or the US. But anyway, you know, food is quite cheap in there. I mean, the only thing that's very expensive is the kind of like the flights, really. The flights are quite expensive depending on where you're flying from. But once you're in Brazil, you know, you're going to spend like next to nothing. You know, Romania. Yeah, Romania's in Europe, right? You're still a gringo, so you're still classed as a gringo. But yeah, dude, you know, once you fly over, you know, I was going to really fancy restaurants with my girlfriend, and in the end we only spent like, you know, 85-90 euros or something on a very fancy meal for 2 people. And if you're going for cheaper, you know, it's even better. Like you can buy a full meal for like, you know, 3 euros or something. So it's very, very cheap indeed. Yeah, we went to a few parties, I guess. I mean, like if you like samba and that kind of stuff, this is, you know, Brazil's definitely the place to be. So that didn't work too much. No, of course we went to Rio. We went to visit all the good places. Like, you know, if you've heard of this one, this is somewhere I'll recommend if you ever go to Brazil. And now Christ the Redeemer is good as well, but it's not as good as this place here. This is the Sugarloaf, and you can get a cable car there. You pay about, you know, 30-40 euros or something to get there. Quite expensive actually for Brazil, this one, but the view is amazing. It's incredible. You're not going to see anything like it in your entire life. Come to Europe if you can. Yeah, I'm in Europe right now. I'm in the UK, so I guess you can say it's Europe. But yeah, I've visited Europe quite a lot. Like I like to go to countries like Portugal, Germany, and stuff, like Spain. Whenever, you know, I get the time to. Unfortunately, work doesn't always let me travel, but that's the issue. The issue is time, not money, I guess. Almost Europe, yeah. I mean, we were until last year, right? Until 2019, I think. And then we left you guys. Is Romania part of EU? I think it is, right? Romania, European Union? Try Romania, avoid Italy. Yeah, you guys are also part of the EU. Make sure you don't leave that, because it's not worth it. It's not worth leaving it. I do want to go to Romania. I've met so many people from Romania in the UK. It's crazy. Like when I went to uni here, I did computer science at university, and I would say that maybe 10% of the students in my course were Romanian. It must be like very popular, isn't it? It must be a very popular subject in Romania. I don't know. You tell me. Like. Yeah, so let's fix that, not fix that, but implement that parent thing by, I guess what we could do is we have to take in the information about where we came from, which URL we came from, to know the parent, right? So in the scrape page, we would also need to have a parent option here, right? So yeah, Romanians go to UK thinking it's prestigious and we'll get a job. Yeah, I see. There's a lot of, as I said, a lot of Romanians here. I see a lot of like Romanian people not in the industry as well, like just working normal jobs. But it's not a prestigious country. I wouldn't say it's the most prestigious country out there, to be honest. They go there to have something good to write on CV. Yeah, see, yeah. It's worth it. Like, I would do the same. I mean, I did the same, right? I'm from Brazil, and I'm here in the UK now, so it's, it can't judge people because of that. It's, anyone would do that. Would you move to the UK? Would you move to a different country, or do you want to stay in Romania all the time? your entire life. What do you think? The US maybe? The US is good as well. Okay, so it's great. We need to have I guess we're always gonna have a parent, right? So parent. We're gonna break a few things. So for example here. What is this? Yeah, send. I know this very, very well. So it's great. Page URL client. So in terms of passing this option, so what we have a crawl. Where are we getting this string? Link queue. Okay, so this link queue is going to have to change basically. I never wanted to work anywhere else or study anywhere else. I would not move anywhere. I find it all to be not worth it. Having a job like a curse. Having a job is like a curse. Yeah, I guess it is, man. But like, you're gonna have to do that anyway, right? Unless you're rich. Maybe you're rich. You come from a different. You come from a rich family. I don't know. But if you're gonna have to work, you might as well get the most out of it, which means get paid the most. So make sure you're getting the best job out there that you can, dude. So what is the economy like in Romania? Is it good for jobs? Like, is it easy to find a job? What do you think? Tried to get my visa for tourism in the US, but xenophobes refused me. I had no intentions to do anything. Yeah, getting a visa to the US is difficult. Like, you're not the only one who gets rejected. Like, as a Brazilian person, like if I applied for a visa there, I would have to provide a lot of documentation and a lot of like proof that I'm not gonna just move there, because they will reject it. Like, English people kind of have it easy, because I think they get the visas very, very easily compared to some other countries. Like, Brazilian people have a hard time. Obviously, Mexican people also have a hard time if they want to get a visa. Anywhere that's not like a rich country, dude, you're gonna have some issues. I'll tell you that. I did, but it was useless. Really? Yeah, what a shame, man. Maybe next time if you go through a lawyer, like an immigration lawyer or something, they might help you out with that. So it's a vector echo string. So I want to string. Yeah, I need to create a new kind of structure here for my link queue. I really like this song. Which game is it from? Oh yeah, Kingdom Hearts. I love that game. If they are stupid and want to stay closed, then that's on them. I was humiliated once, that was enough. Yeah, dude. Like, I haven't even, like, the US is probably one of the fewest countries, one of the only countries I wouldn't really want to go visit. I just, I don't see anything in there, dude. Like, if I want to go to a beach, I'll go somewhere nice, like Brazil or like Asia has really nice beaches as well. If I want to see big cities, I can go elsewhere. If I want to see culture, there's Europe. You go anywhere in Europe, you see a lot of culture. So it's definitely not the best country in the world for tourism. For work, however, it's good. It's not bad. Like, they pay very well there. So maybe I would move once to to get paid higher, but I don't know. So we want a public struct called link node or something. I would recommend playing this game if you've never played it before. It's called Kingdom Hearts. It's really, really good. Okay, so let's put to do here. Rename this. Not so boring. Why don't you tell us about Romania women? Guys, you're gonna get me cancelled in a bit. There was one guy in front of me at the interview. He got hired, said he was working for some IT company and got called there. Instant acceptance visa. Yeah, I feel like if you're going for work, they won't say no as long as you have, you know, the proof of work and stuff. But if you're going for tourism, it's a hit and miss. Like, they want to see like enough money for you to stay there. They want to see, you know, where you're staying and that kind of stuff. And if you get any of those things wrong, they will reject you. Unfortunately, it's, you know, kind of bad, but. There you go for the character and money. Name this to a better name. Oh gosh. Okay, sounds stupid to me to get someone to work there who is clearly going to remain but not allow the tourist. Crazy, I don't know. Yeah, it's a little bit stupid, I understand. Okay, so right, we're still broken. That's good. Link queue, vec deck of scrape output. That's what we want to do. We want to completely break this. There you go. Link queue, pop back. Does this work? Decomposition. So parent link link q link q dot pop back. Okay, yeah, this works. Can I decompose a cheapo straight away? Decompose struct on assignment Rust. That's kind of what I want to do. I guess not. Oh no, there is. Yeah, 3D point. Okay, so let's try that. So what I have here is a think node or some shit. Parent and Okay, does that work? Why is this not working? So scrape output, yeah. Wait, what? Link queue. Should be a link node. Oh gosh, that was interesting. Mismatch type script output found that. Link queue. No. Yeah, link node. Yeah, so this is a vector echo for that. Field is private. Ah, that's why. It's because I can't access it. There you go. Better. What is it? Is it derive? Okay, we got default now. Right, yeah, so URL string, that's going to be just that, I guess. Okay, that should work now. So we should have somewhat like the scrape thing inside it. Oh, parent URL. Link queue is going to be equal to this. We don't need this type anymore. Let's clean up here. Okay, so what are we doing here? So, okay, yeah. So this is where we want to go. Link node, and we want to put a parent as, what is it, child? And then the child is going to be the link here. Right? Yeah, yeah. Okay, not a problem. Link already found. We've got the child. Okay. Slowly, slowly, we're getting there. Why did the borrow occur? Yeah, not a problem. We'll clone it. Alright, so what do we have here? Vecdeck starting Regdeck from. Okay, no, maybe we just do child here. Child args dot starting URL. Default, there you go. Okay, that should be good. But we haven't actually edited the parents out yet, so. So scrape page has this, scrape page helper. I do wonder if it even needs this, you know. Maybe we don't, after all, maybe we don't. This will go here. Parent string. There you go. Parent will be that's kind of what we need to do. Do we check the parent? Okay, cool. We also want to add this link to the parent, right? So we want to do something like self dot if we find the parent's ID, we kind of want to, you know, if maybe parent ID. Let's do it here. No, let's leave that as it was. Jesus, I'm getting too much ahead of myself. Okay, so this is gonna add the link. And then we make changes to the parent here. Oh. Some equals parent ID. Expected bool found if let. Okay, yeah, that's why. Okay, so the parent ID is not being used. What we want to say is that we want to get the parent link here, and we want to add this child to the parent link. But for that, we kind of need a, I guess, a let mute here of the link ID, or this link ID. Which is a U64. Let's put it to 0. And we can do something like this link ID equals to link.id. There you go. Changed automatically to U64. That's good. So links dot get, and we've got parent ID here. Consider borrowing here. Of course, I'll consider. So I've got an option of link. Okay, or result. Oh, context works fine. So we've got the parent link now. Parent link. Got children. Dot insert. There's a pushback. And that is it. That should get everything working now, hopefully. Cannot borrow parent link. Children as mutable. This is behind a shared reference. Let mute. Right. Huh? Share mute. Okay, so get mute. Okay, cool. Okay, is this gonna compile? Is this gonna work? That's what I wonder. Unused variable. It is unused indeed. What about this one? It's never read. What do you mean it's never read? It's read here. Okay, maybe it isn't red. Maybe me assigning this value here doesn't actually override this one, which is kind of a pain, right? Kind of a pain. Yeah, this is the second mutable call here, so it's not going to let me do that, is it? Oh. If I just remove these, and it's gonna give me the stupid borrow checker thing, isn't it? Or maybe not. Maybe it won't. Maybe it will not. Ah, yeah, that's why. What if I just do this? That. Now we're talking, right? There you go. Is Rust happy now? So in essence, we've implemented this parent sort of children relationship now, which should be working in the crawler. So I guess we will see if it's working, right? It just surprises me to see that there's still people here like reacting to it. So thank you, Peter and Not So Boring. You guys are the best. I promise that in the next stream I'll explain things a little bit better. Just I'm a little bit tired, and this is the first stream since coming back from the holidays. So you guys know it's difficult. It's difficult to keep up. And these songs are kind of just making me fall asleep instead of actually, you know, pumping me up. Of course, yeah. So right, let's see the links now. If we do a pretty JSON. Okay, parents are working now. You can see that. That's really good, isn't it? See? So I find this link from 2. Yeah, yes, guys. It's fully working. It's fully working indeed. Look, children working completely, and parents. These are all the pages I'm finding this link at. There are repeated parents, which kind of makes me think that some links are being visited more than once, which is kind of a shame, but we'll figure it out. It's better. But what have we got so far? Just so you guys can have a little idea. So like, there is a link, right? Say we have a link here. Like this is the link. Link whatever, 1, whatever. Link number. So now, so group selection. Now I can safely say things like this. So say there's like other links in here and other links in here too. I can say things like, you know, this link was visited by visiting this link first, and here too. And this link that we've just visited links to these other links up here as well. So the outgoing ones. So we just have that relationship, so I can query things like, you know, I've got page markgomez.com, but where did I find it? Did I find it on Google? Did I find it on Facebook? So I can do that kind of stuff in the future, and it's really good for sort of like keeping this relationship intact in the structure. So I'm kind of happy that at least we got to do something today. It wasn't just a chat, just a chat stream. Although I had a really good time chatting with you guys, so thank you for that very much. But I'm gonna call the stream here, and thank you, Peter. Thank you for Not So Boring for joining. Thank you for sticking around, and I guess I'll see you guys maybe on Saturday or tomorrow. I might be streaming tomorrow as well. But have a fantastic Friday, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye. Ciao ciao. Good night.